All right, so in this video, what I'm gonna do for you is break down how to actually create content that attracts clients. So I've been creating content for the last 9 years. I got started in 2016 as an online fitness coach. And I just wanna break down for you the 5 things that you need to be doing right now if you are trying to create an online movement, if you are struggling right now to create like a sort of a mission and a movement and a message that people can actually buy into. If you're looking to figure out like, how do I create a social media world where people actually want to engage with me, they actually wanna talk to me, they wanna message me, and ultimately, and most importantly, like you are really just here trying to figure out how do I actually sign clients here inside 2025? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? I am hearing from more and more coaches than I've ever heard before. People are struggling to get clients right now. They can't figure out like, hey, what is it that I need to be doing? It feels like everything I was doing in the past, it stopped working. It feels like things are so much more difficult than they used to be. And that's really the conversation at a larger level that I want to have inside of this video. Like, what is it that you actually should be doing right now in 2025 to grow your business, to grow your program, to grow this mission and this movement and this thing that you're actually setting out to do? So that's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, there's 5 things. I've got a little bit of notes here, and so I'm going to go ahead and just dive into this. Now, I just want to say first and foremost, I'm very tapped into what is working right now. So Coach M just joined up 2.5 weeks ago. And in the first 2 weeks of us working together, in the first 14 days, she brought on 14 new clients into a brand new offer. So I showed her exactly what is working right now, how to get people moving inside of your world. And like I said, 14 clients in 14 days. Now, Coach A, she took the exact same frameworks. She applied it. She enrolled 20 clients into a brand new offer as well in just 5 days. And then following up after that, she actually signed 120 people up to an in-person event that she was hosting. And so again, I'm very, very tapped into what is actually working right now, what people want specifically in the online fitness coaching space. And so that's what I want to share with you inside of this training. So the 5 things, let's go ahead and dive into this. Number 1 is I want to start off by talking about leadership. All right. Leadership is one of the most important things that you really have to be tapping into right now. So I don't know if you figured this out yet or not. When people are joining up to an online fitness coaching program, the thing they are not signing up to is a 12-week program. They're not signing up to your macros. They're not signing up to your bro split or your 3-day workout plan, 24/7 check-ins, or a Trainerize app, right? That is not the thing that people are signing up to. What people are looking for when they're actually signing up to an online coaching program is they are signing up to the coach. They are signing up to the person who actually runs that program. What they're quite literally saying is, I believe that if I join your program under your leadership, you will help me achieve the goals that I want to achieve. So many people in 2025, especially at this point, with the last several years, everything we went through at a world stage, obviously with like, a health, whatever you believe on any side of things that happen, people are more health conscious. I'll just put it that way. People are more health conscious than they've ever been before because of the last 4 years. Good, bad, right, wrong, however you view this stuff. This has been very big conversations as a whole. In 2025, I promise you, almost everyone is invested into some sort of fitness product, whether they bought into a fad diet or they actually have hired a fitness coach. Maybe they've hired an in-person trainer or an online fitness coach, but now they're here checking out you and your program, which means that everything they've tried in the past failed them and didn't actually work. Because if it had worked, they would just still continue to do that thing. They would go back to that program. They would go back to that coach. They would go hire that person once again, but they're not doing that, right? They're here looking at you and your program in hiring you. So it means that everything they've done in the past, they view it as a failure. They view it as something that did not work. And so the thing people are looking for, the thing that they are ultimately voting towards is confidence that you can be the leader that can actually help them get the results they want. Now, the part of leadership specifically, again, first topic I want to talk about here is leadership. The part, there's many ways, like leadership is a very complex topic, right? The part that I specifically for this video want to talk about, again, I'm seeing so many coaches right now who are struggling, that are not being able to, they're not signing clients, they're not getting leads, like they're just not experiencing the type of momentum they would like. The part where this becomes very, very important is to understand that your ideal client, they have all their own limiting beliefs and fears and just things going on in their own head around, I've tried things, it didn't work. I'm scared that if I do something again, it's not going to work. Like your ideal client already has all kinds of stress and fear and limiting beliefs and things that are going on inside of their head. Then you get into the time, I get onto the timeline and I see coaches who are very desperate, who are very pushy, who are just constantly pitching. And I can tell they're stressed out. I can tell that this coach is not signing clients because so much has changed over the last 12 to 18 months. They are freaking out. The coach is scared. And so what is happening is, and the reason I want to talk about leadership is because you've got an ideal client that's freaking out. Now you've got a business owner that's freaking out. And when these two things collide, the client does not feel safe. The client does not feel the level of certainty and confidence that they actually need to feel. Like they don't feel like this coach can actually lead them. And so number 1, if you want to be creating content that is powerful, that is magnetic, that attracts your ideal client, you are going to have to, here in 2025, really understand how to lower the stress, lower the pressure, lower the noise inside of your own mind. You are going to have to begin really focusing on leading yourself in becoming a person that is worth following, really lowering the stress that you can hold space for your ideal client. Your ideal client is already freaking out. They are not looking to join a program with someone else who is also freaking out. They need coaches right now who are stable, that are confident, that are emotionally regulated, that are grounded. I know this is a little bit more woo-woo, but this is, I promise you, one of the biggest things that I'm seeing in the industry as a whole right now is there are a bunch of coaches who are freaking out. And the more you freak out, it is just this loop that feeds into itself. You're freaking out because you're not signing clients. And so you show up on the timeline and you're super desperate and you're super pushy and you're super needy. You're getting in the DMs, you're trying to force things, you're trying to force sales, you're trying to drag people over the line. And ultimately, it's just creating this loop where you're not getting clients, so you freak out. Well, because you freak out, you also don't get clients. And then it just creates this yo-yo effect, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if you do sign clients, you only get the most desperate, needy, worst clients that you can possibly sign. So number one, if you want to be creating content that is attractive, that is magnetic, if you want to be creating content that actually signs clients, I know it sounds woo-woo, but the thing you have to really focus on in 2025 is stepping up as a leader. So let's get into this a little bit more. What does actually being a leader looks like? Well, number two, you have to be aspirational. All right. Number two, you have to be aspirational. So many coaches are nice. We got balloons going on. I'm just going to keep rolling this. All right. We're not even cutting that out. You have to be aspirational. So many coaches right now, they are trying to be relatable. They're getting on the timeline and they're talking about, well, oh, I know that you're stressed and struggling, and well, I'm stressed and struggling too. And the thing again that people are looking for is they're looking for a leader. They're looking for someone who is aspirational. What people are literally saying when they join up to your program is, again, they're not here for the 12-week program. They're not here for the macros. They're not here for the Trainerize app or the 24/7 check-ins. What they are saying is that I see you as someone who I want to get around, right? They say that you are the average of the 5 closest people to you. What people are saying when they join up to a coaching program is I want you to be a part of those 5 people that are closest to me. What people are literally purchasing in 2025 is not the fitness program, it's not the macros, because you can get that stuff on ChatGPT. There's lots of AI out there that can literally do that stuff for you. The thing people are signing up to, there's the old cliche in the industry that people don't buy programs, they buy coaches. And this is absolutely true. This is more true than it has ever been at any period of the industry. People are signing up because of the coach, because they see this person as an aspirational figure. So humans, we're mimetic, all right? We can go super deep into philosophy and we can get into some really deep conversations around this. But in simple terms, it's like, there's a reason why we have heroes. There's a reason why we look up to people and we see them as inspirational. It's because we see elements of that person that we want to be more like. We see someone that's courageous. We kind of put them up on a pedestal. We go, dude, that person's super cool. And it's because we want more of that trait. We want to adopt some of that into our own lives so that we can become more like that. And that's what people are signing up to right now inside of coaching programs. They're joining up coaches, or they're joining up to programs where the coach is a leader, where the person is aspirational, not necessarily relatable. They're aspirational. They see them as a person who, dude, if I could just get around that person and better understand their mindset, if I could get around that person and better understand their drive, what motivates them, what makes up their DNA, I feel like, dude, if I could learn some of the frameworks and their worldviews and the ways they view things, that I could actually crush and I could thrive in life. I could get in the kind of shape that I want to get into. I could achieve the things that I want to in life. I could maybe better our relationship or move up inside of my career, or chase a promotion, right? There's so many different things that people are looking for and are chasing and striving towards right now. And so when someone is joining a program, again, I know this part is this beginning part is a little bit woo-woo, but it is, people are looking at who are they actually signing up to. It's no longer just about what is the program and what's their guarantee, do they have a money back guarantee or anything like that. They're looking at who is the coach that I'm actually signing up to, and is this a person that I want to be more like or less like? And so again, as a coach, if we are showing up and we're stressed out and we're freaking out and we're not aspirational, we're not inspirational, we don't follow our own advice, we're not in good shape ourselves, we don't have a good healthy mindset ourselves, we don't have our own shit together, people are not going to want to join our programs. And so that's number 2. We need to be aspirational. And number 3, this is what I would just label this as authenticity. All right. You've probably heard this many different times before. It's like, oh, you need to show up and you need to be authentic. But like, what does that actually mean? The way in which you begin thinking about this is you really have to lean into right now asking yourself the question, what is it that I actually believe? What do I believe? What do I want in life? What do I want for my business? Why do I believe those things? Why do I want those things in my life? Like, who am I as a person? All right. When we can show up authentically and we can communicate to people our hot takes, not because they're just hot takes, not because it's just polarizing and we're trying to just like trigger people and it's some sort of like viral content formula that we're trying to hack. But when we can actually understand what we genuinely believe, when we can understand what we stand for, what we're against, when we can understand what all is out there and actually have opinions on, for instance, let's take things like Ozempic, right? Do you believe in Ozempic? Do you not believe in Ozempic? Like these are real conversations that your ideal client is having inside of their mind right now. These are real solutions when they're going to the doctor that they're being presented with. So many coaches right now, though, they are playing it safe. They're not getting clients. And so now they're starting to play things safe. They are looking to, it's like so many coaches right now literally don't even create their own content. They just go to Chat GPT. They say, hey, I've got this post. I want to talk about this, this, and this. Like, can you write me a caption? And then they're just copy and pasting these captions. Like, they're not even putting their own thoughts and beliefs out there. And this is why they're not signing clients. This is why they're not getting traction. So many people, the misconception that they have is that signing clients is about this thing you do. That if I can just say the right words, if I can just sound good, if I can just do the right things, that somehow money is just going to magically land inside of my bank account. The reality is that, again, people are signing up to you. When they can see you, when they can resonate with you, when they can relate to you, when they can actually see who it is you are, like truly putting out good content, especially right now in a day and age where there are more online fitness coaches than there have ever been before. There are hundreds of thousands of options out there for your ideal client to sign up to. And so right now, we live in a day and age where people really need to see you. Like, you have to have the courage to actually be seen, and you can't just hide behind filters, and you can't just hide behind ChatGPT content. You can't just hide behind, B-roll and not showing up and really putting yourself out there in a very authentic and natural way. So number 3 is we really need to lean into authenticity and asking ourselves, like, what do we actually believe? What do we stand for? What are we against? What is our true, genuine message? We're not just trying to be triggering and polarizing just for the sake of being polarizing or triggering. But we're actually leaning into, like, no, what do you stand for? What is your message? What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is your passion? And making sure that we're actually displaying this stuff inside of our social media. So number 1, we need to be leaders. People are not signing up to just a generic program. They are signing up because of the person. So to be the person, number 2, we need to be aspirational. We're not just here to, pump out a 12-week program with macros and 24/7 check-ins. People are joining up because they see you as a leader. They see you as a person they would want to be more like. And so because of that, they want to get closer to you. They want proximity to you. They want you to be a part of those top 5 people that, are in their circle. And number 3, we have to begin embracing authenticity. If you want to create content, again, that is attracting people, you have to not be afraid of actually putting yourself out there, saying what it is you believe, standing on hills, being willing to go to war over certain things. We have to be authentic. Number 4 is we need to actually we need to communicate to people our unique methodology. So whether you consider this your, pillars of your program, or you consider these things like unique mechanisms, like there's so many different ways to communicate this concept. What people really need to know and understand, if you're trying to create content that attracts clients and does a lot of the pre-selling for you, all right, you can still do the old business game, by the way, where you just like spam the DMs, lots of cold DMs, lots of just book people in for sales calls, objection handle, drag people across the line. Like, that method still totally works. But if you were trying to create a world where you are signing up clients with ease, where people come into your world and, you possibly don't even have to take sales calls, you can literally just close people in the DMs because they're so sold on you. People got to be sold, literally that. They're going to have to be sold on you, which is what the first 3 points are. But then once they're sold on you, the 4th thing they begin to wonder is, okay, cool. XYZ coach seems like a cool person, seems like somebody I could get along with. Dude, they're so inspirational. Like, I look up to them. I'm like, wow, this person's cool. They've got their shit together. I'm like, this is somebody I want in my network. This is someone I want to join and get around and get close to. Now they want to know, they're like, okay, cool. Like, I understand we're going to try to lose, 24 pounds, up to 24 pounds in the next 12 weeks, for instance. But like, how are we actually going to do that? We have to actually educate people on what is our unique methodology. What is our philosophy? What is our big ideas? How are we actually going to help people? It's one thing to just tell people that we're going to lose weight, but then, they're going to join the program. And let's say, for instance, like, you sell somebody and you get them into the program and you're like, oh, okay, cool. So by the way we're going to lose this 24 pounds is for the next 12 weeks. We're just not going to eat any food. We're just going to do a water fast where we're just going to starve ourselves. No food. We're just going to fast for the next 90 days. Absolutely, someone would lose weight, but not very many people would actually want to do that, right? And so people want to know before they join your program, well, how am I actually going to get results? What am I actually going to do? And so we have to begin developing unique ideas. We have to actually take the time to sit down and not just create super basic, here's 3 chest tips, and let me put out a post and explain to you how many calories are in a fat and how to calculate your macros, right? Boring, generic, played out, not useful, unhelpful content is not going to work in 2025. If you want to land clients in 2025, you have to develop an actual legitimate program that is based on your own insights, your own wisdom, the things that you have practiced and put into play, the things that you've gone out and tested and tried, and things that you have results with from either clients or even results from yourself. Sometimes you don't even need a ton of social proof. It's just like, do you have results? We have to begin taking time to really develop out our ideas, and this begins to get fun, all right? So like, I've got literally down here, I have like Starting Strength. I have a bunch of Louis Simmons textbooks and things and his DVDs and stuff down here. as coaches, we have to really begin developing out a methodology. We have to actually get clear on what do we do for people and why do we actually do these things? How do we coach people? What is the frameworks? What does the client journey look like? If someone was to work with me for the next 2 years, what things would we install? What things would we work on? How would I actually help them? What are my frameworks? Do I even have frameworks? Like so many coaches, the reason why nobody actually wants to join their program is not that people don't want to join the program. Number one, it's a lot of coaches aren't showing themselves online right now. And so a lot of people are just like a little bit skeptical. They're a little bit nervous. They're like, I think they could help, but I don't really know who this person is. They're still just a stranger on the internet. But then number two, it's like they just don't get what it is you do. They don't understand. You can get on the timeline and you can talk about how you have a proven system and a proven process, and it's so simple and it's so easy, and you can do this over and over and over. And I see so many coaches doing this all the time. Oh, it's proven. It's proven. This is a simple system. You're going to get results. But I'm like, but I don't get it. That's fine. You can say that all you want. You can blow smoke up up people's butt all you want. You can tell people it works, but if you don't actually explain to them what it is, then they're not going to want to join your program, right? They're like, cool. So if I join, are you just going to have me fast? If I join, are you going to have me do shake diets? What's this thing going to look like? So number four, if we actually want to create content that attracts clients, we have to develop a unique methodology. We have to begin communicating to people in our own unique way, our philosophy, our big ideas, like how is it that we're actually going to help people get results? And then number five is we have to become aligned. All right, we have to become aligned. There has to be alignment between who it is we are and what it is we do, this mission that we're building, these people that we're setting out to serve, these people we're setting out to help. So many coaches right now, the reason why they are not signing clients is because they have built businesses over the last several years off the back of tactics. They've built businesses off the back of things like, I launch a scholarship every 3 months, and, I have this Facebook group and I just invite people to it. And then once they get in the Facebook group, I send them a DM. Like, they've built businesses not off the back of having like legitimate thoughts and ideas and services. They've built businesses off the back of tactics. And I don't mean that like in an aggressive way. Like, more than likely, that's what you were taught to do. More than likely, you joined a program and they told you, hey, just shut up. I just need you to take this DM script and just message a bunch of people. I need you to go into big Facebook groups and, post in these public Facebook groups, or I need you to go under hashtags and quote unquote network. And you've probably just been told, oh, you're not getting leads right now. Well, you need to start posting 3, 4, 5 times a day until you get leads. You've probably been taught to just do more volume, to just use tactics and strategies to get clients versus actually building a legitimate mission and a legitimate, program that's developed with unique ideas and your thoughts and you at the front of this thing, like actually leading it and bringing people in to this mission and this cause and this thing that you are championing. This is the reason why so many coaches right now are struggling. They are struggling because the tactics have stopped working. The strategies and, launching the scholarship for the 14th time is not working anymore to help get clients. Or if it is working, it's just not working at the level that it used to. And so this is the real reason why so many coaches are struggling right now. This is why their efforts are not getting them clients, is because they're just totally misaligned with their business. They are saying one thing, they're doing another thing. It's not working. They're freaking out. With their ideal clients freaking out as well. It's creating just a lot of chaos. It's creating a lot of noise. It's creating a lot of pressure. And until you really get serious about figuring out what is it that you are actually doing, what is it that you believe, what is your North Star, what is your purpose, what is your mission, what is this, what do you believe, what do you not believe, like what is this thing that we are actually setting out to build? Until you get clear on that, your content is just going to be hit or miss. Your strategies and tactics you put out are going to be very hit or miss. You're not going to actually attract clients. All the clients you get are going to have to be through force. It's going to have to be through push. It's going to have to be through chasing people down, dragging them to calls, pulling them across the line, and really like forcing sales. And sales is going to feel so difficult. So if, again, you want to create a world where your content is actually working for you, that people are seeking you out, you're becoming a sought after coach, where people respect you, they're interested in what it is you do, they want to join the program, they actually want to be a part of this thing, you are going to have to get incredibly clear on these 5 things again inside this year in 2025. You're going to have to really step into leadership and understand that you have to lead, you have to lower your own stress, your own noise, that you are here to hold space for your ideal client. It's not about a 12-week program. It is about being a leader. That to be a leader, people are looking for someone that is aspirational. They're not wanting to join up to some low energy, out of momentum, freaking out, uncertain coach. Like if you're getting on coaching calls or on sales calls and it's like, well, awesome. Like I've got this program and I've kind of helped people like you. And I think I get that is the way that you were showing up, and you were just like so uncertain, and you were scared to make offers, and you were scared to sign people up, like you're just not going to sign clients. So we have to be a leader. We have to be aspirational. We have to be grounded. We have to be authentic. We have to understand who it is we are, what it is we're doing, what it is we represent, what it is we believe. We have to be super clear on our unique methodology, our philosophy, our big ideas. We have to know this stuff inside and out, and we have to be aligned from start to finish, from the program that we're actually delivering people, to the content that we're creating, to the ways that we're showing up online in our social media, to the funnels we're using in our sales process. Every single thing inside of your business, it has to be aligned. And the moment that it stops being aligned, the moment that you step out of that place of authenticity, the moment you step out of that place of certainty, the moment you step out of that place of actually genuinely just being aligned to the business and the people that you're trying to serve and this mission that you're on, is going to be the moment that you are stepping into strategies and tactics, and the business is going to begin to struggle. The business is going to feel difficult. It's not that you can't grow a business that way, but growing a business that way is going to be force. It is going to be push, 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 sales, 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 drag, 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 versus if you want to be magnetic, if you want to attract people, if you want to be sought after, if you want people coming to you, interested in your program, sold on your ideas, and seeing you as the one and only coach they would ever work with, these are the 5 things that you need to get right. So with that being said, I really hope this was helpful. Again, I'm just seeing this across the board. So many coaches right now, they are struggling. They are not signing clients like they used to. And I promise you, like, the coaches who get this are crushing right now. And the coaches who are really struggling with this and are hiding, are not really showing up in the way they know they could or possibly even should, right? The way they know that they have that potential to show up as, are the ones that are struggling. And I just don't see it being something that just goes away or gets any more simple or any more easy here in 2025. Like, there's just so many options on the table that a client is 10 out of 10 times always going to go with the coach that's in momentum, the coach that is excited, the coach that is tapped in, the coach that is passionate, the coach that is just literally pouring themselves into their work, into their content, and into their timeline. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and this one here. Again, like I said, hopefully you took something away from this. I would love to hear below if you did, by the way. This is a little bit different content from me, but this is a topic that it's a topic I'm really passionate about, because I just see so many coaches who I know could be leaders, I know could crush it, but they are just scared to step into this right now. And this is the frameworks that I teach. This is what respected leader content is all about. This is the way that you win with content in 2025.